Next is what? Real quick, guys. What's the next one? Acknowledge. What are you going to acknowledge? Their what? Them for coming in any way, shape, or form. Their time or their money or their the distance or what. Just as is it. You know, whatever the situation is. I just really want to thank you for being here. It is such a blizzard outside. Those people who actually made it here shows who you are, your medal. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you for being here. Give somebody else a high five and say, you're awesome, whatever it is, right? So give them an opportunity to be thanked for showing up. Now, isn't it true that the people in your audience will have to have done the same thing? So can you not come from your true heart and really acknowledge their presence? Because it's not about you. It's about them. And even if they only came for the hour, they probably had to fight traffic. They had to park. They had to rearrange their evening. They might have to get a babysitter. They got calls they have to make. Their bowling league they had to cancel. Whatever it was, guaranteed they could have been somewhere else. And they could have done something else with their money and their time. True or true? True. So can you come from your heart and acknowledge them for being there? Yes or no? Yes. So just come from your heart. I really want to acknowledge you for being here. I believe time is one of your most precious commodities. How many of you would agree with that? Yes or no? Yes. I appreciate your taking your time to be here with me this evening. And just as is it. If it's blizzard outside, tell them that. I know a lot of you, traveled great distances to be here. Come from there and there and there. Thank you so much. I'll tell you a very quick story. You know when I really got this? I didn't get it for a long time because I was doing the traveling. It's like I was coming from San Diego to where Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Toronto, and doing a gig for somebody when I first started in this business. And I was doing all the traveling, so I kind of felt like, boy, they're in the room already. They're already there, and they're all living in the same area, and I'm traveling all the way up there to get there, right? But I really got it when the tables turned, and I offered something called the Total Wealth Camp. To this group, and where I was touring around in Canada, and it was held in San Diego, and I brought in Richard Carlson and Wayne Dyer. They had never seen anything like this before, my God, and these great people. And when I first got there, I was pretty excited because this is the first time this whole group from Canada, like 320 of them, are traveling, and they travel because I told them this would be a great event, and it was an event that I was putting on. It was my first major event with other speakers that I was putting on for people. And here I was, and I remember driving into the parking lot and seeing, the first thing I saw two cars in the parking lot. One was from Alberta and one was from British Columbia. This is in San Diego, California. And it struck me, oh my God, these people drove down here. And I started seeing one car after the other, lined up. There was no California license plates. And there's been 30, 40 cars of people who had driven 2-3 days to the event and are going to have to drive home from the event to be there. And I started to cry. The responsibility just hit me. I went, this better be fucking good. Oh my God. The amount of time and energy these people are invested in this. And I started getting not just nervous, I started getting and I was just frantic. I'm going, is this course good? And from that day, that's always been the thing up my butt. Is it going to be good enough for someone to have traveled for 4 or 5 or 6 days to be here and spend their money doing it? And if it's not, it's going to be better and make it better and better and better. I go into every event with that attitude because I remember that time seeing those license plates and I couldn't help myself. So I'm like, look at the responsibility I've got here. And you know what? You have the same responsibility. If someone took 1 hour to be in your room, you have the same responsibility. So you come from your heart and you thank them for being there. And I started crying on stage. I couldn't believe it. I said, I want to acknowledge you for being here. I just saw from license plate from Alberta. Who's here from Alberta? And from Sarnia, Ontario, and people driving from Ontario. That's like a 5-day drive. Like, oh my God, it was people spending their money they didn't have to be there. It's a responsibility. You owe it to them to at least thank them, but thank them from the truth. True or true? True. Can you all do that? Yes. So give them a high five and say, I really appreciate people coming to see me. Okay, And I should qualify that because they're really not necessarily coming to see you. They're coming to learn with you. Yes? But just the fact that they're taking the time to be there, make sure you thank them and really thank them. Okay. Along with that, you're going to thank them for being there, and then you're going to do something called edify. What's it called? Edify. Who can tell me what edify is? What's that? Yes, give credit to the sponsor. If anybody helped you get into the room, if anybody put you into the room, if anybody hired you for the room, which is the case 99% of the time when we're done with you, that is what's going to happen, okay, at least in the beginning, then you want to thank that person, acknowledge them, say something very nice about them, because they also have put a lot of work, energy, and time and trust in bringing you to the front of that room. Yes or no? And you have to acknowledge what it really is. You can't just be this block of, a talking robot. That's not what it's about. Be yourself, open your heart, recognize the energy people put into things, and thank them for it. Does that make any sense? So come from your heart. Yeah. Okay. Can you do that? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Touch your heart and say, I can do this. I can do this. Thank you. Okay, good. Now, then you're going to do what? ETR or WIIFM. And as you can see there, they are interchangeable there. Let's go with what's in it for me first. Would you like to hear my philosophy on when you use what? Okay, you can do it any way you want, but here's my philosophy. First of all, if you notice, and I'm going to ask you to model what I do, because we're a very successful business. We're a very successful company, and I'm very successful with what I do. There's other areas that I'm weaker at, but training and seminars and putting people in rooms and making a lot of money at it, that's a strength. Yes? Yes. So you want to model the best of me and add you. Yes, the best of you to that. Yes. All right. Here's my philosophy. My philosophy, if it's a short, what's the word? Short. A short talk, I generally put the what's in it for me up front. Because A, they need it up front, and B, you're going to only do it in a short way. You're going to do it in 3 or 4 sentences. Yes? Whereas your ETR is going to take a little bit longer. Even in a short talk, that's going to be 2-3 minutes. It's your story. And if it's a longer program, a day 2, 3s, which a lot of them are, for me, I create lots of longer programs and camps, right? Then I'm going to take a little bit more time with the what's in it for me, and therefore I'm going to put it after the ETR. And the way I normally do that, when I'm doing it on a longer basis, is I have people share why they came to the course and what they want to get out of it, yes? And then, if I have more time, I have them sit down, and I'll say, who would like to share why you came? I would, you class sharing, yada, yada. And then I'll say, would you like to know what we'd like to get, what we'd like for you out of this course? What our objectives are for you? Yes? Yes or no? Yes. And then I rattle them off. So I take a full 5-6 minutes with that. But in a short hour thing, I'm not going to take 5, 6, 7 minutes with all that stuff. Yes? So I put in a short thing, if it's 3 or 4 sentences, I'm going to put it up front of the ETR. If it's a long thing, a long seminar, a day 2, I'm going to put it after. And I'm going to do it that way. Does that make any sense? Got it? Yes. Okay, give me a high five and say, I got it, I got it. All right, what is it? What's the WIFM? What is that? What are you trying to do there? What's in it for me? What does that mean exactly?
Show them benefit.
Exactly. Show them, tell them the benefit of what they're going to get out of this. By the end of today, by the end of this evening, by the end of tomorrow, by the end of this workshop, whatever, you are going to know how to do this and this and this. Raise your hand if you'd like to have that happen for you. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Very simple. You're not going to tell them what you're doing, which is what we don't want to do. We want to keep the mystique around it. You're going to tell them the end result. And we've actually turned them into what? Now, I'm not suggesting you do that, but every one of these are my objectives. That you understand these things. That's my objective of this course. So they're written for you. Okay. Is this making sense so far? Yes. Good stuff. Yes? Yes. Thank you. So why should I listen? What am I going to get from being here? Because isn't that true? That's one of the first things they're thinking about. Is like, was this worth my time and energy? Right? You're sitting there. and you come in and you're judging right away, A, if you like the person on stage right now, B, if you like the area, and C, was it worth it? You're not even there 8 seconds and you're already asking yourself that question, yes? So acknowledge that. So you say, basically you're saying, I know you're thinking whether this is going to be worth it for you, so let me tell you. It is, and here's why. But you're not going to say those things, right? You say, there's 3 things you're going to get out of this program, or there's 2 things, or the one thing you're going to walk out of here with is not only an understanding, but a true mastery of how to use accelerated training tools to have your audiences learn faster and remember more. If you could just come out of there with this one thing, raise your hand if you say this was worth it 1,000 times over. True or true? True. That's it. There's your with them right there. Whatever it is for you. 1, 2, 3 things. Can you do this? Yes. I can't hear you. Yes. All right, good. All right. Now, by the way, you can tell them or you can ask them. Which is better? Ask. Which one's better? Ask. Ask. So how many of you would love to increase the sales in your company? How many like to have a lot more profit? How many like to increase your production level of your life, your time management, by at least 100%? Woo, yeah. By the end of today, you will have all those things. Good or good? Good. Okay, there you go. So be specific if you can. Whatever your topic is. How many of you teachers would love your students to listen to you for a change? There you go. How many of you teachers would love your students to enjoy your class and want to come to your class? By the end of today, that's exactly what's going to happen. Are you interested? Yes or no? Yes. That's how you do it. Can you do this? Yes. Say, I can do this. I can do this. Okay, good.